Oh, it's in the backpack here. Okay, beautiful. Excuse the mess behind me. About 3.5 years ago, I did my first little shoot with this camera body and this lens. I found a Facebook ad for videographer, and it popped out at me because I had not typically seen listings for videographer on Facebook ads, and it caught my attention. And this guy named Brian Bruce replies back to me and he says, "Do you want to meet for coffee tomorrow?" I said, "Yep, what time?" So we met for coffee, 10 a.m., Dr. Phillips, Orlando, and sat me down, and he said, bring your gear and stuff. So I showed up with this little guy, this Rebel SL1. He said, "I have a job for you. I have a shoot on Friday," which was the next day. He said, "Can you handle it? Trust you." And I said, "Yeah, let's go." So put on my button up, did my hair, put on some slacks, and I showed up at Black Rock Steakhouse here in Orlando. I filmed it on Friday. I immediately went to work editing, and then Saturday all day editing, and then Sunday all day editing, and I turned it in on Sunday. At the end of it all, we sat down, and he said, "You want to jump on the team, you're going to need a better camera and a better laptop, because it shouldn't have taken me 24 hours plus to edit this video." He's asking me to make a huge investment in a big camera and a big laptop. And I said, "Well, what happens if I lose my job?" And he turned to me, I'll never forget this. He said, "I might not have my clients next week. What kind of guarantee can I make to you if my business might not be here in a month?"
When I came to the conclusion that I needed to create your brand voice, I went to Marriott, my hotel, and said, "Listen, there's the plan, guys. I'm gonna give you a 90-day notice. I'm gonna book all this business, and when I do all of that, I'm gonna leave the company. I'm gonna create a digital marketing agency, and you're gonna become my first client." And they laughed at me. They literally giggled, and they said, "Okay, let's get this straight. You're gonna do blah, blah, blah. You're gonna book all this business, and in 90 days you're gonna resign, and then you're gonna start a company, and we're gonna start paying you to do what we do." Yes, that's what I'd like to do. And they said, "Book the business, and we'll talk." And I booked the business, and we talked. And they came to me one day and said, "All right, so what are you gonna charge us?" And I said, $1 a room. I don't know how I came up with that, but it was 2,000 room hotel, so it was $2,000 a month. And that's how we started. And oh man. Just makes me think about the spirit of it then and where it goes, and the fact that the Marriott gave me that opportunity.
And it was a very hypothetical thing, but it was just the best thing to really prepare me for entrepreneurship and an entrepreneurial mindset. And Brian Bruce is an entrepreneur, and he taught me so much.
I mean, I love this stuff, so it's not hard. Then you gotta find people around you that love it just as much as you.
Let's move somewhere else. Before your brand voice, I wasn't able to hold down a job for longer than 1 year. Somehow, Brian Bruce and I did it. We've been working together for almost 4 years now, and we're still working together. That's attributed to great relationship, a great environment to grow in, to learn from, to be mentored in. I gained a lot working for Your Brand Voice, and I am still gaining a lot from Your Brand Voice, and I am just so honored and humbled to continue to do this, but it's more of a partnership now. I am able to bring so much more to the table. I am able to pour into Your Brand Voice and pay them back and pay it forward for what they've done for me. And that's a really cool position to be in, and I'm humbled to do it.
We need to do this for more people, and that's where Your Brand Voice comes from. It comes from wanting to be your brand voice, wanting to help you tell your story in your channel, not my channel, not a third-party booking engine channel, not a local news story, your channel, your story. And how do we do it interesting so it's, people watch it? That's where it all started.
No one on the line, but still, silence is part of the deal.
One of the biggest pros, sorry about all those squeaky noises. One of the biggest pros about having two matching lenses is when we're editing two cameras together, it means less work for us. It means more efficiency. It means that the colors are
I am currently editing B-roll, so I'm going through everything we shot today and I'm watching it all and I'm like picking what's going to make the cut and what's not. And the goal is to get what started out as about an hour and a half worth of footage down to like 15 minutes worth. It's been a busy couple days. We pretty much flew in and started shooting that night, and the following day everybody was flying into town and we had to cover all the events that they were going to, get all that footage uploaded onto the computers, edit it, and then have it ready for the morning following. And it's just a lot, especially with two cameras. Like, we're trying to get coverage and it's just, you got to go through and just pick the very best shots and just throw everything else away. And it's a lot harder because a lot of shots I'm like, oh, we could use that, but I'm like, nope.
I don't know how to say this, but basically, Taylor is a very competent shooter, and he knows what he likes to see, and he has a lot of confidence in his shots. So he got a lot of good footage, and that was actually kind of a bad thing, because the first day, both Taylor and I filmed a ton of good stuff.
I'm starting to see like getting good shots, like getting what we need, shooting deliberately so I don't have to like sort through tons of B-roll that we don't even use. I'm just like, get the shot and then it's like, all right, move on, and have like a mental like check mark or checklist in my head.
There's always hurdles, there's always challenges on set, very unique, specifications for the project or demands, and it's always fun to have critical thinkers on the team and people who are willing to fight and see the project through. I mean, we're finishers, we don't quit, and we have 12-hour, 24-hour deliverables. We have to shoot and edit same day and have the edit ready by the next morning. And having so much good footage to sift through this year really bottlenecked us. I mean, we're perfectionists, so we want to use the best shots, but we also know that we have a 12-hour deadline.
Well, the fast turnaround time that changes things. Like if you've got time to edit it and like think about your edit and go through and be really thorough, that's still a lot of work, but it's not the same kind of pressure that we have to go through. Like we don't have the luxury of like really taking our time on things. We got to be like, get it in there and get it exported as soon as possible. So this is definitely like higher pressure, and I don't know, it's teaching me a lot because like I have to be efficient with this.
The 12-hour, event coverage is, you could edit that video for, 3 to 5 days. I mean, you could put a lot more time into it, but that's the average that we like to put into, a day of coverage. We like to edit for about 3-4 days, and we just don't have that luxury here. So we have to sacrifice a ton of perfection to get it out as fast as possible. And it really trained and forced us to adapt, which was cool.
So there's probably 1,000 other shots we could have got tonight or yesterday or the day before yesterday, but there's no point in, thinking about that. You just got to get what you get and then move on.
Most of the time, the attendees only see the video on social media, and so really a majority of them could potentially not see the video and see the hard work that we put into getting it out the next day. But this year, they broadcast it on the big screen for the final event, and that was really, really cool. We got a lot of accolades, or a lot of people came up and they were like telling us how impressed they were. It was just cool. We saw the wow factor on a lot of people's faces. We were working with side by side with videographers and photographers who were hired out by all the different clients, and even they were coming up to us and asking us about our deliverable. I had 2 different videographers come up to us tonight who were covering the event, and they were just like, yeah, like that's a lot of hard work. You guys did really great. And it's awesome to get the pat on the back from guys and gals in the industry, in our industry, who know how hard it is, who can appreciate it. And that was cool to get the nod from those guys as well. So overall, a lot of appreciation this year, and that was really cool to see. We love meeting unique demands. This is a very, very taxing production, and it would be great to bring more talent on board for future projects. So we are looking forward to doing more projects like this, and we absolutely can't wait to bring more talent on trips like this, to do more, to accomplish even greater things than this, So sky's the limit, and we're happy. We're happy to be here in Denver, Colorado, happy to be going home tomorrow, and we'll see you in the next one. So what you're looking at is a lot of glass, and I don't even want to open this side. I will. So gorgeous. Fresh, clean glass, brand new. The reason that this has so much glass is because they go to T1.05, which there's a lot of math involved, but I won't dive too far. But these are T2.2, and these do really, really well in low light scenarios. If you've seen any of my videos, we have a lot of like corporate events where they have like dances or DJs, and it's late at night, very, very low light, and these have saved me so many times. So 2.2, and these are 1.05, which I can't wait to see how much extra light I get out of this. Can you see Bilbo? He's just pushing. Just pushing.
Alrighty, so this is gonna look exactly the same. The focal lengths that we got were the 25 and the 50. Wow. Yeah, I'd say the 25 is like significantly heavier than the 50. So, let's see. Very interesting. It all comes through repetition. The more I use them, the more I edit the visuals, the more that I will get a feel for the quality and, you know, whether it's worth moving to other lenses or not. So 7 Artisans, let's see what you got.
Communication of any kind right now is key. What are we doing?
Yeah?
We're looking at this camera?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you gonna tell me or you just...
No, I was just gonna let you.
Oh boy. There's a in the hotel business. What are you looking at?
No, I was just
Mark
making
Zuckerberg's
sure we're
update.
good. Yeah.